Welcome to Broke Ass to Badass, where heart-led entrepreneurs learn to build the businesses and lives of their dreams with confidence, ease, and joy. This is the anti-hustle movement, and we're your coaches in badassery, Kimi and Pua.
Find out more at bledigital.com, and wherever you're listening to this, be sure to click subscribe so you never miss an episode.
This episode kicks off our 5-day Productivity for Badass Entrepreneurs Challenge, happening this week in our tribe on Facebook. This is not just about getting more shit done. It's about creating new habits and processes that allow you to work smarter, not harder, optimize your time and energy so that you can fall in love with your business and your life. Our challenge began today, Monday, September 24th, in our Facebook group. You can join us live by going to bledigital.com/tribe if you want to follow along with us and also grab the worksheets and other items for this challenge and participate in our daily prizes. And then you can also follow along here on the podcast over the next few days. Today, we're talking all about awareness. So go ahead and have a listen. Get ready to start tracking and hacking your productivity. Again, you can follow along at bledigital.com/tribe and message us if you have any questions at all.
It's a birthday. It's your birthday. Are you going to cut this out of your podcast? Because it won't be your birthday anymore, but it'll still be your birthday month and week. So you should keep it.
True. Yeah. It'll still be, we're releasing it today, so it'll still be my birthday.
Oh, yeah. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. That's my new happy birthday song because the other one is too long and awkward.
The other one is really awkward. It really is. Yeah. Thank you. It's so funny. I was just telling you how my daughter this morning, she was like, "What are you going to do for your birthday?" I was like, "I'm going to work." She's like, "Good thing you love what you do." Which is so true. I can't think of a more awesome way to spend my birthday than with you and all of you. And talking about productivity, which is so fun. This is like, we geek out on it.
And weird people.
And by the way, you guys are weird people too, because you all love productivity.
I know, you guys went nuts over this. We're like, oh, do you think that they want to learn this? And everyone's like, productivity, I'll be there. I'm inviting all my friends. And we're like, all right.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so I guess we'll officially get this party started. Hopefully you have a drink in hand. I've got some cold brew right here, my unicorn cup. And get some paper. People still use paper and pen to take some notes, or you can always come back to this later as well. If you didn't get it, the worksheet is available. We just posted it in the group, and if you want to follow along with that worksheet, we'll try to drop it in the comments here too, or if you're listening to this later, you can either join us in the tribe or message us for it, and we'll be sure to get that to you. So there's just a one sheet to follow along with this productivity challenge. And the reason we have a worksheet for you is because, as we shared in the last challenge that we did, it's so important. We don't want to just share information. This is about implementation too, right? So homework, worksheets, those are the kind of fun things that really help us to stay accountable and help us to actually do the work, take the inspired action that we need to in order to create badass change in our lives. So hopefully that worksheet is going to be fun for you to follow along, and you'll be able to see what the homework is for every day, because as we shared, there are daily prizes that we're going to be giving away for those that participate. So like last time, we'll be posting the homework thread after this training. And when you see the homework thread, you can post your homework, post that you did it, and then you'll be entered to win our daily prize. We pick it out of this bowl right here. And we have a contest today for those of you that invited people to come and participate in this challenge. So we're going to do it at the end, aren't we, Pua?
Mm-hmm.
Look at Pua. She's so excited.
So excited. It's your birthday.
I love excited, Pua. Yay.
Yay.
Okay. Shall we dig in? What am I forgetting? Okay, let's see. Well, maybe we could lay the foundation a little bit about what this is. What are we talking about over the next 5 days, and why?
It's a great question. Let me move all of these windows out of the way. We are talking, oh God, sorry. I should clap right into the mic. We are talking about productivity and Guys, this is something that Kimi and I have been teaching for many, many, many years. And before we taught productivity, we taught it to ourselves because we were tired, sad, burnt out, overwhelmed. And we would just like cry to each other because we were these happy fitness trainers, and in front of everybody we had our shit together, and we were just like on it. And then behind the scenes we were like, oh my God, we have so much to do, we're so tired, and we have to figure this out because it's dimming our light. And so Kimi and I hacked this for ourselves, and then we hacked it for our clients at the gym, and then we started our own business, and every iteration of our business included this thread, this foundation of productivity, when we coached individuals, when we coached corporations, and now entrepreneurs. And although the teachings have evolved to be specific for each of those different things, really the foundational part of all of this is the same. And so throughout the next 5 days, we're going to teach you guys like a good chunk of what we know about productivity. A lot of this it's actually really fun, and it becomes almost like a game. And that's what I'm really excited to share with you guys, is the way that we've gamified things that make us feel overwhelmed, overworked, burnt out, tired. It becomes this thing. How can you work as little as possible? How can you get as much done with exerting as little energy as possible? How can you re-energize? How can you create more time for yourself so that you can do the things that you love? So we're super pumped. This is our jam. And yeah, is that what you're looking for?
That's exactly what I was looking for.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So as we head into this week, like we always say, everything starts with intention, right? So really set the intention right now to identify what it is that you would like to get out of this challenge, out of this training. You guys got excited about the subject of productivity, and specifically purposeful productivity. So what does it really mean to you, and what are you hoping for? Because this really, as Pua said, it's not just about helping you get more shit done. This is about helping you to create the time and the energy and the space to really create whatever it is that you desire in your life. So let's dig in with point number 1. So following along with your worksheet, you'll see that there's a little fill in the blank. So this is to make sure that, again, that we're holding ourselves accountable and that you're listening. So for the first fill in the blank, point number 1, we're going to be talking about don't create more time without a plan for what you will do with that time. So don't create more time without a plan for what you'll do with it. And this is one of our favorite things to share whenever we would do one of our productivity workshops for businesses or for clients. We would always say, like, look, before you start creating more time for yourself, set some intention around what you're going to do with more time. A lot of us get really excited saying, oh my gosh, I want to create more time for myself. I'm so pumped. And then we end up creating more time, and then we fill it with busy work. And because we didn't have intention for what we were going to use that newfound time and energy for, it's one of these things where nature abhors a vacuum. And so then it just gets filled with whatever we're used to doing, whatever sort of our old habits are. And so this is a really, really critical point to start with, because we want you to create more time and then really be able to not just have more time, but enjoy that time that you create for yourself. So definitely over the next 5 days, you're going to be learning things and implementing things that are going to create more space in your life. So take some time right now to think about, okay, what am I going to do with that time? What am I not doing right now that I would like more time for? What kind of, if I'm going to create more space in my life, what do I want to fill that space with? Maybe it's nothing. Like that would be fine too, right? Maybe some of us just need a little bit more breathing room. But the bottom line is to have a plan. Because when you have a plan, again, when you have intention around what you're going to do with this newfound time, oh my gosh, you guys, it's going to be so much more joyous for you. Because again, if we don't have that intention, if we don't kind of have a plan for it, what can happen is we just end up in this vicious cycle of filling our plates with more and more and more. It's like we increased our capacity for more and then we fill it up. And then it's like, oh, we feel like we have to do another productivity challenge to increase capacity again. So we don't want that for you. This is about doing less. It's about stripping away. It's about minimalism. And it's about really, creating some of that beautiful white space in your life that you deserve.
For sure. This is a weird one too, because I think it makes us very uncomfortable. Like it forces you to be quiet with yourself. Who said this? I think it was Ryan Yokome, right? He was like, if you feel like you need to always be busy, that's an intimacy issue. That means that you are having a hard time being quiet with yourself and enjoying being in the moment. So what is that, right? I get that. I do not like not doing something. I can't watch a movie without having something in my hands, or, if I've done everything, my instinct is to be like, well, what work can I start on for tomorrow? Right? Instead of being like, I'm done, shut it down, go outside. So it can feel uncomfortable. And so let it be uncomfortable. Let this be a challenge for you, that if that's how you feel, that's kind of a second layer challenge, right? So, okay. Number 2, where are we? Where is this? Number two. Okay, get ready. In your blank. You can't manage what you don't measure. We didn't actually make this up. Somebody said that.
Peter Drucker.
Yes, you're right. Did you even write that in here? I bet you did.
I don't think I did.
Okay, so you can't manage what you don't measure. So this is a time management. Okay, guys, time management issues, that's what we like to mask this whole problem as. Oh, I'm not getting a lot done. Oh, I'm not hitting my targets. Oh, I have a time management problem. That's a bunch of bullshit. Number 1, you don't have a time management problem. We have a lack of inspiration. We have energy management issues. That is really what we mean by time management. Okay. So when you have challenges like anything, like if you are on a health and fitness journey, right? What do you do to start managing your health and fitness? You create a food and exercise log. When you have financial struggles, what do? You create a budget. Same thing here. When you feel like you don't have a good handle on your time management, create a log. Measure it. Measure how you're spending your time. So here's what we would tell everybody to do when we would do corporate workshops, and now when we coach entrepreneurs, is you start with a time and energy log and you don't change anything, right? You want to see how you're spending your time and energy so that you can see how and where to shift. Okay? So for the next, we like to say between 3 and 7 days, just keep a log. Keep a notebook, type it in the notes in your phone, have a document on your computer, whatever it takes for you to write this down. Write down how you spend your time and energy without changing anything. Now, I don't need you to go be like, okay, 6:01, brushing teeth. 6:03, flossing teeth. Like, you can if you want to, but it does not have to be that specific, right? So just like, how do you spend your time? And also, what are your energy levels like? Are you energized? When are you energized? Do you feel tired? When do you feel tired? What did you eat? Do you always feel tired after you eat this? And the thing about any sort of tracking system at all is looking for patterns. Okay, so once you start to write things down, you can see, wow, I didn't even know. I get a second wind every day at like 2:30. I always thought I was tired, but I guess I'm not, right? So we don't get to understand those things until we create the awareness around them. So for the next couple of days or week, however long you want to, take a little bit of extra time and log your time and energy. Oh my God, I'm not even on the sheet. Did I even follow what we were supposed to talk about? I did!
Yes, and we have hooked up our future selves and hooked all of you up actually with that very time log that you will be using in order to track. So so we're going to dig in a little bit deeper into how you can use that productivity time and energy log. And in the homework, we have included the little link to where you can click and find that log that it's a Google sheet, and you can actually copy it and turn it into your own so that you can, if you want to print it or if you want to have a digital copy, then you can track it. So let's see here. So point number 3, this is actually really highlighting what Pua shared in point number 2, and that is, again, that purposeful productivity is about energy, focus, inspiration, intention, and decision making. Okay, I know that's long and wordy, but purposeful productivity, again, it's not about time management issues. It's about the management of our energy, the management of our focus, the management of inspiration, intention, and how and what we decide to do and when. And so, again, people often seek out productivity strategies, or we certainly know that people will seek out productivity coaches because they think that they have time management issues, as Pua said. But what badasses know is that, if you think about it, right? I always give the example of my son, because he has zero time management issues when it comes to figuring out what he needs to do in order to create time for himself to play video games, right? He is so, like, nobody has to remind him to play video games. Nobody has to get him up early. Nobody has to help him fit in the time to play Fortnite because he's super inspired by it. He's super clear. He knows exactly what he needs to do in order to create that time for himself. And so he does it, right? Whereas maybe he doesn't have that same intention around something that doesn't light him up, that doesn't excite him. And at the end of the day, that's true for all of us, right? Think about what are the things in your life that you have zero time management issues around it. Nobody has to remind you to do it. Nobody has to make sure that you do it. You barely need accountability. Because why? Because you are inspired, because you are clear, because it's linked to your highest values. And most likely you figured out a way to do it when your energy is best. So something to think about. And as you're going through this tracker, so again, this tracker is available in your homework doc. So if you need that, just let us know. We can DM it to you. But let's just walk through how you're going to use that a little bit. So in this time and energy log, and by the way, it starts at 4 a.m., but this does not mean that you have to get up at 4 a.m. every morning. I think we originally created this when we were coaching early morning fitness classes. So, but whenever it is that you start your day, you can just start it right there. And you're going to have a place there to track your energy, your mood, and then what's urgent and important. So we call those the fires. If the task that you're doing is urgent but not important, those are low-level tasks. And by the way, we're going to get in a lot deeper to all of this. This is part of the framework for the decision matrix, which we're going to be talking about tomorrow, the Eisenhower decision matrix. You're going to track if that task was something that wasn't urgent and wasn't important, right? So a delight or a distraction, Facebook surfing, something like that. And then you're going to track if something was not urgent or important, but important. So these are your sweet spot activities. And if you guys have listened to any of our trainings on, Pua just sent me a reminder that Decision Matrix is actually day 3. So Wednesday, we'll be talking about that. But, and this is going to make a lot more sense as we dig more into it. But again, today is all about awareness. So this is just about bringing some attention to what it is that you do. So actually what we guide people to do as they track everything over the next few days, and certainly we encourage you to do it at least over the next, 5 days that we do this, right? This is a great opportunity. You've got accountability. We're here to support you through this time tracking process. But you feel free to just write the task and then your energy level and your mood as you did those things. So don't even worry about classifying these as fires, low-level tasks, delights and distractions, or sweet spot. It's gonna become way more clear as the week goes on. But this is really just to capture as quickly and as best you can how you're spending your time. So this is just a little bit of like an inventory. And again, it's about awareness. So sometimes what happens is our brain will come in, and especially as Pua mentioned, right, we're doing something that is out of our comfort zone. We're getting a little bit, stretching ourselves to learn things new or implement new things. So just keep it light. And sometimes your brain will come in and say like, oh my God, this is too hard. I don't want to do this. Or am I doing this right? Like that's something that our ego will come in and challenge us often, right? Am I doing this right? Guys, there's no right or wrong. This is just about shining the light on how it is that we're spending our time so that we can improve. And by the way, too, there is no judgment around this either. That's the other thing. Like, don't use this log and put what you think we want you to put. This is really just about becoming aware of how it's like as Pua said, like a budget, right? So how inventory the energy and time coming in and energy and time going out. All right. Did I miss anything? We keep like going off script and then coming back and making sure that we didn't miss anything. Yeah. Release the judgment.
It's so funny. When we were coaching at the gym, people would turn in food logs and we'd be like, this is exactly like dead on what it says in the example. And people would be like, oh yeah, I'm awesome. And then a week later, they'd be like, I have to admit to you that I lied on my food log last week. I just said it because I didn't want you to judge me. We're like, that is so not the point. But thank you for your honesty. So you guys will not have to turn these into us. So don't worry. Like only you will judge yourself if you let yourself. And don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't be an asshole to yourself. That's like rule number one in how to be a happy human. And if you do, like if there is any sort of like judgment coming in, like, oh God, I know I should be doing this. First of all, stop shitting all over yourself. It's not worth it. But also use that as a tool. Say, okay, fine. I'm going to write this down because this is how I spent my time. I know that it's not the best use of my time. So how am I going to learn from this? Right? There's always a learning opportunity rather than like punishment that you need to put on yourself. So don't forget that. Okay. Point number 4. And again, this is about releasing judgment. This is about working with your own life, your own schedule, the people around you. So point number 4 is there is a difference between seasonal busyness and chronic busyness. Okay. So if you are in a busy season of your life and you're sitting there and you're like, God, I'm applying all of these productivity strategies, but I still have so much going on. That's okay. It's okay to be busy. And for the longest time, Kimi and I would be like, oh, we don't want to ever say like, oh, I'm so busy because it's just so dramatic. And so it became this almost bad word, right? And people are like, how are you? And I'd be like, oh, I'm having a really busy, a very full week. And it started to be this thing that I didn't want to say, but it's okay. It's okay to be busy. And the reason why we are teaching you what we're teaching you this week is so that you can have control over your busyness, over the feelings of overwhelm, over the feelings of being burnt out, so that you can take those busy seasons and sit in the driver's seat. You design the way that you go about your life rather than just kind of stumbling along by default, right? So this is really important to remember. And as you track your time, you can say like, well, is this something that I always manage? Is this something that I'm always dealing with? Or is this just something that's happening, because it's October and I have a fall festival and I have this and I have that, and these things only happen once a year. And if it's seasonal or if it's something that you're always dealing with. And you get to make these judgment calls. No one else. This is a very personal experience. Now, once you've done some of these exercises and strategies, you can apply them to your family, to your work environments, even like with your friends, right? Do you guys always plan last minute things? Does it stress you out? Do you have to cancel a bunch of stuff just to get together with people? Could you be the person that says, we get together once a month, so why don't we just say we get together second Tuesday every month instead of like, hey, you guys free this week? So it's again, all about awareness and just creating new strategies, new habits, and putting together like a little toolbox where you can pull out of your quiver, like, all right, this is coming now. I remember that this tool was really, really useful in this period of my life. Let's bring it back. Right?
Boom.
Did I miss it?
Awesome. So has anybody, I'm not even on Facebook. Does anybody have any questions? We do want to open it up if anybody has any specific questions. And by the way, this is the fun part about joining us live. So if you're catching this on the podcast and you want to jump on in, you can come to bledigital.com/tribe. I had to remember our new link. That's our new link, guys, bledigital.com/tribe. Invite your friends. And speaking of inviting your friends, we have a name to draw for our first contest. So we had a contest over this past week of, invite your friends, your like-minded, like-hearted, badass entrepreneur friends to come on into this challenge. And so we have a bowl here of everybody that participated in this pre-contest challenge or pre-challenge contest. So are we ready? I need a drum roll. So this is for...
I don't know what this sounds like.
That sounds good, actually. I like it.
Yeah.
So this is for a $20 Starbucks card. There's your productivity hack.
This is such a no-no. You're never supposed to tap your mic.
Okay. Tell me when.
When?
Kathy Ledesma Palmer. Woo, woo, Kathy. Congratulations.
Kathy.
Thank you so much for inviting the badasses that you invited.
There's a delay, so you just pulled it. And now we're at the name.
Wait, what?
This is like the Matrix. I'm watching it on Facebook Live and there's a delay. Yay, Kathy!
Yay, congratulations. Okay, so just a reminder of how the daily prizes work. So right after this, we're going to be posting a homework thread. So you'll see what the homework is and we'll tell you, we got to tell you what the homework is. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the homework for today is to share your commitment to tracking your time and energy this week. Again, this is all about making sure that you get the most out of this productivity challenge. And you 100% will get the most out of it if you actually do your time and energy tracking. So post your commitment to doing this time and energy log using the doc that we provide you in the homework sheet, or again, we can DM it to you, and you will be entered to win our daily prize, which we'll announce tomorrow. And guess what it is, guys? It's a good one. I mean, they're all good ones. $20 to Whole Foods. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Hot bar all day.
Hot bar.
For $20, you can get
you can get a salad.
A friend.
Just don't put hummus. It's way too heavy.
It is too heavy.
Yeah, you can't get hummus from the hot bar. That's like Whole Foods 101.
Yeah.
Hot bar action right there. Okay. And of course, we can't forget that for those of you that participate every single day, that get your homework in every single day this week, so at least Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you participate in those 4 days, you will be entered to win our grand prize, which is
a full paid B2B scholarship.
Woo!
Like everybody's birthday this week.
Yeah.
You get a scholarship.
Oh my gosh, it's so exciting.
Someday.
Ashley Strong was our winner last time, and oh my God, it's been so awesome. She is
killing it.
She is killing it. So yay. All right. Do we have any questions? Anything to take care of before we wrap up day 1 of our challenge?
Nope. Everybody's just over there filling out their time logs.
All right. Yeah. And guys, if you have any questions as you do fill it out, just drop them. Again, you can DM me or you can drop them in the comments or in the homework thread comments if you want to. So we are here to support you every step of the way through this challenge. We really, again, want you to get the most out of it as possible. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. That's what we're here for, to give you a heads up on what we have coming up tomorrow. We're going to be talking about managing your energy. Yay. I'm so excited. Tomorrow's going to be a really fun one. They're all fun. What am I saying? I mean, come on. They're all fun. So guys, we will see you here. Same place, same time. I'm trying to read Pua's face because she looks like she's...
Oh, sorry. I'm just like lost in the Facebook thread. Yeah, I'm sorry. I missed what you said. What?
We're wrapping it up.
Wrapping it up.
All right.
A little birthday bow. Happy birthday.
Thanks, guys. Really is the best way to spend the day. So I appreciate it so much. I'm like, oh, I'm so excited to go dive into Facebook right now and go look at my timeline. You know how it is on birthdays. It's like, holy moly. So it's super fun and exciting. So thanks, guys. Wish you all a fabulous day, and we will see you tomorrow, same time.
Bye.
Bye.